Hi guys, this is Emmanuel
and Zeke
from
Easy Go Travel.
Hello, finally in Cozumel. Yes, land after so many days.
Yep, day 4, finally on land. So here we are in Cozumel. We were supposed to stop in Progreso, Yucatan the day before, but due to the bad weather, we were unable to, and it became another sea day. So hence, our first day on land here in Cozumel. So it's a really nice little town, a lot of things to do, a lot of things to see. And we kind of did an ultimate Cozumel Island tour, which we did on our own accord. We did not book through the cruise ship. So it included a tour of the island, a tequila tasting, and a stop at one of the beaches, which is on the other side of the island. So we did the tequila tasting pretty early on. We sampled a lot of different tequilas, and we did end up buying a bottle of the Mazarpan Tequila. So it's a very sweet tequila, more of a dessert type tequila. Very delicious, very yummy. A little bit expensive, but nonetheless, it was very worth it. Outside for the tequila tasting, they also had a chocolate tasting, which we tried it, but we didn't buy anything. It was just more of a, okay, let's just kind of go through the notions and let's get out of here. And then after that, we went to the beach on the other side of the island, where there was less people, but also there's a restaurant, which was highly recommended to us. And we did eat there. We had some small bites, and you can see it has an amazing view, unlike when we got there, where it was like very cloudy, overcast, and looked like it was gonna rain. And over here, it was just a completely different vibe. Like I said, we did have some nachos. We had, I believe, a quesadilla, and we just had some quick little small bites out by the beach just before we got into the water, because we were a little bit hungry. So it was definitely, right about lunchtime. So we're in Cozumel. I believe we are in St. Martin Beach. We did a little tour guide over the island, and this is on to the other side of Cozumel. It's very tranquil, nice crystal clear blue green waters, as you can see. Yes. Okay, cameraman, your job. Oh yeah, it's really nice. Obviously perfect weather. Rain over the clouds, but honestly the weather's nice. Not too humid, not too hot. A little bit of a breeze, but it's not a cold breeze, so it's honestly perfect. So as we went our way down to the beach, it was kind of a rough little staircase. The steps were kind of uneven. But once we got on the sand, it was pretty gorgeous. It was stunning. The water was, even though it did look a little bit cloudy, the water was nice. It was pretty warm. A little bit of a wind, but nothing too crazy. And the water was, pretty chilly, but at the same time, it was still swimmable. But clearly, we were not in our typical swim attire, just our water shoes. So, we got our feet wet, walk around the beach, because it is a pretty big beach. So we were able to walk for quite a bit. And I believe we stayed here for I want to say almost an hour, just between lunch and be on the beach. We were here for quite some time. It was kind of like the perfect amount of time, because like I said, weather was kind of on and off, cloudy, windy, sunny. But nonetheless, we had a great time. And this is one of those beaches where it is more for the locals, as we were told, because it is kind of a far distance to get to this side of the island. And most people that come on the cruise ships typically just stay by the cruise port or by the beach that's by the cruise port, where it's a lot more crowded. So this is one of the more secrets, if by locals to bring people over here and just have a different view and have a different experience. So the original plan for us in Cozumel, if we had more time, was to go to Playa del Carmen, but we were told it was going to be like a 1 hour to an hour and a half ferry ride to the island. So just due to the time that we had, it was not going to be enough to get there and back, because we will basically spend most of our time on the ferry. So I'm like, well, maybe next time, and if we do have a longer day in Cozumel, because it is pretty close by and the ferry was only roughly 200 pesos, so fairly reasonable, and we would have loved to do that, but there's always next time.
The water is cold though.
Cozumel is known for its crystal clear waters, amazing beaches, and a mix of adventure and relaxation. So let's dive into everything you can do here in just one day. 1. Relax on beautiful beaches. Pick one. Playa Grande Beach Park.
So nice.
Great for families with pools, slides, and activities. Paradise Beach. Known for its calm waters, water inflatables, and beachside bars. Mr. Sancho's Beach Club offers all-inclusive day passes with food, drinks, and beach amenities. El Cielo Beach, famous for its crystal clear water and starfish sightings, requires a short boat ride. 2. Rent a Jeep or scooter and explore. Drive around the island to discover hidden beaches, local restaurants, and scenic views. East Side Beaches, remote and tranquil, perfect for a quiet escape.
Hi guys.
Hola.
Hola.
Cozumel. St. Martin Beach.
Yes. Very nice.
Coconuts Bar, a famous cliffside bar with amazing views. Punta Sur Eco Park features a lighthouse, lagoon, and wildlife.
So after we were done to the beach, we drove down to Punta Sur, which is roughly just down the main road from where we were. And we were told that there's a lot of iguanas and I believe crocodiles in the area. So it was kind of interesting knowing that we were surrounded by, little creatures, as you can see here. There was quite a few actually that we as you can see on camera, but we got at least 2 or 3 more that are not shown. But it was kind of an interesting thing. Like I wasn't expecting to see, different types of wildlife, and like I said, you just never know what to see. There was a cenote right when they drove us back to the main area of Cozumel, and we were kind of just chilled until it was time to get back on the ship. And yeah, like I said, we had a pretty good day. Like I said, it was our first day on land after being on the ship for like 4 days. So like I said, it was definitely a good way to start, our adventures on Jewel of the Sea. And as you can see, we got our cute little towel animal, and on our way to explore and wander for the evening, as in get ready to go to dinner, because we are hungry. But nonetheless, there's things to do, things to see, and things to eat. So another successful day on Jewel of the Seas. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe to see more. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
That's the boardwalk, and we were facing Puerto.
There's a clam chowder right there.